Good morning, students. Today we'll see the plant families. In that, we have first we will learn about certain floral formula and floral diagram. For that, whatever symbols are used, those symbols we will see. If the flower is bracteate, that means the green bracts are there, then that is bracteate flower. For that, the symbol used is Br. Bracteolate, small are there, then it is BRL. Ebracteate, without bracts, that is EBR. Male flower is shown by the symbol a circle and an arrow. The female flower is shown by the hand mirror type of the symbol. Bisexual flower is with both together. Actinomorphic flower is shown by plus sign in a circle. Zygomorphic flower is shown by the sign of percentage. Epicalyx is shown by EP. Calyx is shown by capital K when it is polysepalous. And united calyx, gamosepalous, it is put in the brackets. The number of sepals are put in the bracket. Same way, corolla, if polysepalous, letter C, capital C is used for that. If the petals are united, it is put into the bracket, that is gamopetalous. Then cruciform corolla, CX. Perianth, if petals and sepals cannot be differentiated, then that is called as perianth. For that, P letter is used. Androecium is shown by capital A, and if the stamen are united, then that is shown in the brackets. Epiphyllous, when the stamen are attached to the tepals of the perianth, then P and A letters, above that the line is drawn or the arrow is shown that the androecium is epiphyllous. Same way, epipetalous, C for corolla, showing the petal. When the stamens are attached to the petal, C and A are joined from the top by the curved line. Gynoecium, when it is free, it is shown by capital G, and when it is united, then that number is shown in the brackets. Superior ovary is shown by capital letter G, and below that a dash is shown, so that it shows that gynoecium or the ovary is superior. And inferior ovary is shown by a dash above alphabet G. So now with these symbols, we'll see the two dicot families and one monocot family, in which we will use these symbols according to their characteristics. The first family, it is Fabaceae. The floral characters are inflorescence is of racemose type, flowers bisexual and zygomorphic. So zygomorphic, which can be divided into two equal halves only in one particular vertical plane. Earlier we have seen the characteristics. Bisexual, so that is both male and female androecium, gynoecium are present in that. Here you can see that the zygomorphic, it is shown by the percentage sign. Let us see floral family Fabaceae. Floral characters are Inflorescence is of racemose type. Flower is bisexual and zygomorphic. Earlier we have seen zygomorphic flower means which can be divided into two equal halves only in one vertical plane. Now, in this you can see for bisexual flower this symbol is used, which is showing the male as well as the female symbol. For zygomorphic, this percentage sign is shown. Calyx is of 5 sepals, gamosepalous, velvet estivation. Now, when it is K for calyx, 5 number for 5 sepals, and as they are gamosepalous united, that is why you have to put brackets for this number. Corolla, 5 petals, polypetalous. Now here, consisting of 1 standard, 2 laterals and 2 forming a keel. Now here you can see C for corolla. Now all the petals are not same. That is why here 1 standard plus 2 laterals plus keel. Keel, these 2 small petals, these here you can see. 2 small petals, they are fused here in this. So they are put into the bracket. So this is typical vexillary type of estivation in this flower. So this is standard, laterals and keel which are joined with each other at the anterior part in this here. So that is put into the brackets. Next is androecium. There are 10 stamens and diadelphous condition is there. That means these 10 stamens are divided into 2 bundles. Now here you can see the 10 stamens. Here these are the stamens. They are put into 2 bundles, 9 plus 1. 9 are put together forming 1 bundle and only 1 is kept separate. So that is how 9 plus 1 shows diadelphous condition. Anthers are dithecous. Here you can see 2 lobes are shown. That is what? Dithecous. Gynoecium, monocarpellary. Only 1 carpel is present in the gynoecium. Ovary is superior. So that is shown here by below G. G for gynoecium. 1 number is shown, that is because it is monocarpellary, and below G there is a line shows that the ovary is superior. Unilocular. Unilocular means only 1 chamber is there with many ovules in it. Fruit is of legume type. This is a legume type of fruit, and seeds are 1 to many non-endospermic type of seeds are there. Inside this, the seeds are non-endospermic type of seeds. So these are what? The floral characters. This is the floral formula. Once you know the floral characteristics, you can write the floral formula, or vice versa. If you learn the floral formula, from this you can write the characteristics. See now, this is zygomorphic, this is bisexual, this is calyx. It has 5 sepals. Because they are put into the bracket, it is gamosepalous. Then comes corolla. It has 1 standard, 2 laterals and keel. 2 are there which form 1 structure. Androecium has diadelphous condition because 9 stamens are put together forming a bundle and remaining 1 separate 1. Gynoecium, it is superior ovary because the line is below, and it is monocarpellary because 1 number is shown, that is how many carpels are there? 1 carpel is there. Now, let us come to the floral diagram. So this is the floral diagram in which the green colored these structures, outermost whorl, this is of sepals. So these 5 sepals are there which have velvet estivation, just touching each other. They are not overlapping but just touch each other. This rounded, these are the petals. 5 petals are there. They are polypetalous. That means they are separate from each other, not joining with each other. In that, here one is standard. This is the standard. Then the other two, one on this side, one on the other side. These two are called as lateral. And below that, these two smaller ones are joined anteriorly, and that is why that is put into the bracket. So this is calyx, this corolla. Next is androecium. Androecium consists of stamen. Here you can see only one is separate and these 9 are forming a bundle. So this shows diadelphous condition 9 plus 1. This is the gynoecium part where it is showing only one chamber, that is unilocular ovary, and either one or many ovules in it. This dot shows the mother axis, from where the flower is born. On that, the shoot mother axis is shown by the dot. So you have to learn these characteristics, floral formula and floral diagram you have to practice, because generally such questions are asked in the diagram in the exam. Next one, the next family is Solanaceae family. The floral characters of Solanaceae family: inflorescence is solitary, single. It may be produced at axil and cymose type. Flower is bisexual, actinomorphic. See here in the floral formula, just check this. Bisexual, this sign is there. Actinomorphic, now circle, and in that plus sign. For zygomorphic, percentage sign was there. This is actinomorphic flower for which this sign is used. Next is calyx, which has 5 sepals which are united, that is gamosepalous. Persistent, that means they remain forever, and velvet type of estivation is there. So in this it is written K for calyx. As they are united, number 5 of sepals is put into the bracket. Next is corolla, which is shown by C. Number of petals 5, that number is written. They are united. When the word united petals or sepals, you have to put the bracket. Here the number is put into the bracket. Velvet estivation is there. Androecium, it has 5 stamens which are epipetalous. Epipetalous means they are attached to the petal. So androecium has 5 stamens. Now epipetalous condition of stamen is shown by an overhead line in between the androecium and the petals, that is corolla. So this line shows that the condition is epipetalous. C corolla and A androecium, that is stamens. The stamens are attached onto the petals, that is epipetalous. Gynoecium, it is bicarpellary. That means here G for gynoecium, number 2 for bicarpellary. 2 carpels are there. Syncarpous. Syncarpous means both the carpels are fused together or united. That is why this number is again put into the bracket. Ovary is superior and bilocular ovary. Two locules or two chambers will be seen in the ovary and axile placentation. So here below G a line is drawn. This shows that the ovary is superior. It is bicarpellary. Brackets show they are fused, that is syncarpous. The fruit is of berry or capsule type of fruit. Seeds are many and endospermic seeds. So, in this now, see the diagram. The outermost, these green colored, they are sepals. So, as it is shown, 5 sepals, 5 green structures you can see, they are united and velvet aestivation. So, here this curved portion in between the two shows that they are united here. So, all the 5 are joined with this curved portion in between. So, this shows that calyx sepals are joined. The next whorl is of petals. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are petals. Again, these 5 petals are united. That is why again in between them this joining part is shown. Raised portion is shown between them. Then comes the next one is androecium. The next one, that is androecium. Here, this one, androecium, has 5 stamens, epipetalous. You can see these are stamens, 5. Now, this joining of these stamens to the petal shows that they are epipetalous. This joining line, stamen joining with the petal, shows that they are epipetalous. The next is gynoecium, which is bicarpellary. Here you can see this side one chamber and on this side other chamber is there. This green colored one is placenta and this is the septum, which is dividing the ovary into 2 chambers. That is why it is called as bilocular ovary. And on that placenta, axile placentation is there. On this placenta, the seeds or the ovules are arranged. This. So, and this is the mother axis. So, this is all about the Solanaceae family. Now, let us see one more family which is belonging to the monocot plants. Liliaceae family. The floral characters are, in this, the inflorescence may be solitary or cymodes type. Often umbellate clusters. Now, umbel is one more type of inflorescence in which you can see this way arrangement is there. This is the rachis and at the tip of the rachis, many such spoke-like structures. In case of bicycle wheel you have seen, like that many spoke-like structures are produced and they form the flowers are developed on that. So this looks like umbrella-like structure. So it is called as umbellate clusters are there. Groups are there in this. This is called as umbel type of inflorescence. The flowers are bisexual, actinomorphic. Now, in this is a perianth. Perianth is where the petals and sepals are not separate. They look alike and that is why you cannot differentiate in between petals and sepals. Such a structure is called as perianth. Here 6 are there. They are called as tepals and they are arranged in 2 whorls, in inner whorl 3 and in outer whorl 3. So here you can see this outer whorl, one 2 and 3, and inner whorl, these 3 are there. So these are the tepals. Here you don't see that green sepal and petal like structure in the earlier diagram. So here this is a tepal. They are similar, petals and sepals together. So now the next condition, Androecium has 6 stamens, 3 plus 3 and epitepalous. It should be epitepalous. Now here it is joined with the tepal. You can see the 3 are joined with the outer tepals and 3 are joined with the inner tepals. So these are epitepalous here. And Gynoecium, it is tricarpellary. 3 chambers you can see in the ovary, 1, 2 and 3. 3 carpels are fused, syncarpus.